love Forte because it's such a welcoming atmosphere where kids can just run around, come in, and when they learn music, it's like they're having fun and they get to meet all the other classmates who are in the
So I like Forte because it's very lively, it's colourful, and it's always full of energy, and it's very vibrant, and it's like a stress relief place. I don't even feel like I'm working here. It's like after school I come here and I feel like so energetic and fun.
I really like the programs at Forte, so I love seeing the kids learning in classes and learning in groups in a fun environment, and seeing them go up different levels and getting higher.
I enjoy working at Forte because it's a very friendly environment here. All the teachers are very friendly, and a lot of the people that we have coming into Forte, as far as the students go, all sort of have a passion towards the music that we have. So just in general, I think it's an excellent
Well,
environment.
Forte is a fantastic environment to work in. The staff are friendly and they're professional and they're all amazing musicians. And it's just great to work here because you get such a thrill of teaching. Well, I get a thrill teaching very young children from 6 months to 5 years old. And it's fantastic to see them growing up through those stages and what they learn and what they understand and what they can do. So it's very exciting watching. I always get a buzz every time I
Working at
teach
Forte
them.
is really a very rewarding experience. We're bringing violin to a lot of kids who don't have the opportunity at school to learn violin, and putting together a string group, so as well as private tuition. So we have a good program that's expanding here at Forte with the strings.
Oh, you ready? Okay, cool. No worries. Yeah, well, we opened it 5.5 years ago now, October 2008. Always did want to run a music school and looked around for a long time. Originally, I started writing my own lesson plans and had a few students, and I'm kind of trying to work out how to engage with them, what sort of music they like to play. And I've stumbled across Forte Music. I was introduced to their CEO at the time by a friend of mine. And when I saw the programs that they had to offer, what I was trying to establish was just, forget about it. These guys, there was 2 of them that had spent years and years of research and development before they went ahead and wrote these programs. There's a lot of science in the Forte programs. They've used a number of different educators over the years and put together the programs from that. So the philosophy is pretty much teaching people how to listen, teaching them how to sing in tune using solfege, so do, re, mi, fa, so. Once they can sing in tune, then we get them to put their fingers on the keyboards and play, so they're actually learning how to play what they can sing. And that process is actually teaching people how to play by ear. All the music that we play along to is usually done to CD backing, so they're learning how to keep beat at the same time, and at the same time develop that oral skill of hearing some other music in the background and play your own instrument at a beat. Once they're able to play their songs, we get them to make the connection between what they're playing at their fingers and what's written on the page. So we do that slowly by firstly asking students to close their eyes while they play. Once they realise that they're no longer having to look at their fingers, they can look at the book and they start to make the connection between what they're playing musically and what's written. So that teaches them the reading and also the writing component as well. I never would have thought to teach children as young as 6 months of age either. When I was first starting out, I was thinking, age of 5 would be a good age, and yet the jungle music program turns out to be, that's when you really start making great musical connections, because you're really starting to teach music. And the Suzuki method, which I'm sure you've heard of, that talks about teaching music from once you're in the womb. So the moment there's been conception, the music can start learning of that process. For us, Jungle Baby starts from 6 months of age, and from there it just develops and progresses depending on what the child's motor skills are. So at 6 months, we can't ask them to play a chime bar, but at 2 years, we can ask them to play a chime bar and sing at the same time. At 3.5 years, they begin to be able to play the notes on a keyboard. At 4.5, 5 years, we get them to be able to play a chord on the piano. So it's all done around motor skills, but learning music as a language and naturally.
I would definitely recommend Forte to all students who want to learn music because it's a whole lot of fun and it's a different approach to music other than other schools because you learn it in more kinesthetic ways as well as audio ways and rather than just reading music which can get really
We recommend Forte to anybody of any age, like from toddler to all the way up to 40 or 50, because we have everything here for every age group, for kids, for babies, for adults, even for private lessons, for group classes, and we always bring in new things, and we're always keeping up with the trend and what's going on on the radio or what's popular, like the latest Frozen movie, and it just keeps going. Yeah, so definitely recommend.
Forte is a really fun place to be. It's there's lots going on. We've got concerts, we've got festivals, we've got incentives for practice, and it's just a really good way for the kids to learn. There's lots of different methods, groups or individual.
Well, not only do we offer private lessons, but we also offer numerous mediums for students to perform in. We have concerts which are biannually. We also have group guitar sort of ensembles which we've arranged, bands as well. So we now have a rock school where students can get incorporated. So different students from faculties can get together, such as drums, guitars, bass, and singers. So it's a good environment for students to learn and get together and connect.
Being a mother of a 6-year-old now, and also being a teacher as well, I knew that music is really crucial in learning for young people. It helps in their development. So, for example, I'm an early childhood teacher, so I teach 6-month-old to 5-year-olds, and so when we start at babies, it's all about feeling the rhythm through their bodies, and music's inherent inside us, and so it's not a learned thing. But as they get older, you can see the differences in what they've learned and their abilities. And so, for being a mother again, my little girl, she started in my tummy, really. I put headphones on my tummy, and then listened to Bach and Mozart. And then at 6 months, I took her to music lessons, and she really took to it straight away. And now she's nearly 6. She's playing with both hands. It's amazing to see, and she's taking pleasure in her lessons, and she wants to practice herself. I don't have to nag her. It's just amazing. So I know the programs work from personal experience. So I definitely recommend Forte.
Oh, for sure, yeah, I definitely recommend Forte to people. Of course, I'm going to say that. I guess why would I say that would be a fair question. The reason why, all of our teachers are screened. They go through quite an intensive interview process to begin with. We've got a manager in place who screens them. There's obviously myself, who, I've been trained at the conservatorium. I understand music, I understand people. I understand the importance of great communication and great people skills and being able to connect with students so that they can in fact receive the message that we're trying to put across. So yeah, our teachers are screened, they're interviewed well. From there they're trained, so we don't just expect that they can teach music even though they tell us they can. We certainly can tell that they can play because they're auditioned, so they're expected to play. We'll assess whether or not they can sight read as well. We get many people coming through here saying they've got 8th grade certificate, and yet, I kind of question if they really did or not, because by their playing perhaps they haven't. But some of these players who've got 8th grade can't sing in tune. And to me it's important. We're not trying to develop music decoders here. We're trying to develop musicians, so people that can play by ear and read at the same time, which is, I think, quite unique to what we do here at Forte. From there, the teachers are actually assessed, they're reviewed. So we'll have myself, there's Alina who looks after all of our keyboards, we've got Chrissy who looks after all of our early childhood, who actually sit in the lessons and observe the teachers and provide them back with feedback. So not only are they great teachers to begin with, but we're continually looking to raise the bar, and that's one of our values, which is excellence. So yeah, in short, absolutely, 100%, hand on heart, feel comfortable that what we provide people with is value for money. We know that we're not the cheapest, we also know we're not the most expensive out there, but what we do know is that we provide people with value for money through the professional staff that we've got, through the facilities that we've got. All of our equipment's great. The school is always cleaned. All of the studios have nice big windows, so that if you want to sit inside the studio, you can. If you would like to sit outside and just watch, you can. They're comfortable. They're air conditioned. And I think, there's a great culture here of fun. Our philosophy is music is fun. It's not the old days of getting whacked on the hand with a ruler if you hit a wrong note. There's a culture of fun and enjoyment here. So I would certainly recommend people to learn here at Forte for some of those reasons, and in fact many more.